Karen from County Fairgrounds USA, countyfairgrounds.net. Welcome to today's podcast.
County Fairgrounds and Cool K here. Do I have Tom-Ratcliffe?
Yes, so you do, Cool K.
And you're the PR director?
Yeah, marketing director, advertising, PR, bottle washer, whatever.
Of the boone-county-fair that's coming up very shortly on August 8th in Belvidere, Illinois. And
right.
So, hi.
Hi.
So, tell me a little bit about the history of this fair.
Okay. Well, the fair has been in Boone County since 1855. It was at Big Thunder Park by the courthouse in Belvidere. And then in 1867, it moved to Spencer Park, where it was until 1963. So it was there for, over 100 years, almost 100 years, at Spencer Park. But the Grange took it over, which is the organization that runs the fair now, and I belong to. My family, I was kind of born into it. My family joined the Grange in the early 50s when they moved to farm in Boone County and stuff. And so the Grange is a national farm organization, which has been around since 1867, as a matter of fact. It's a national organization, and Boone County's always had like 12 to 15 local chapters in Boone County, even for a small county. It's like almost every township had a Grange in it and so forth. But now we still have 7 chapters of the Grange, and the 7 chapters together operate the fair. We own the fair, we operate it, manage it, the whole ball of wax. And we did that. We took that over at Spencer Park in 1957. But then we realized by 1962 we were kind of cramped there. The Kishwaukee River blocked us in on one side, and we had a gravel pit on the other. So we only had 40 acres, and we needed more parking, more space. And the buildings were getting old. They've been around there for like 100 years. So we decided that 62 was going to be our last fair in Boone County because we just didn't have any place to go, and we didn't have any options. But then these 2 sisters came forward with 84 acres on Route 76 in early 1963, right after we had voted not to make 63 our last fair. And so 5 Grange members put their farms up for collateral so we could make the purchase of the 84 acres. And it was just 84 acres of flat, bare farmland. There was a farmhouse and a couple outbuildings. Mm-hmm. That was it. And so we started from scratch, and so forth. We took our time. We did the fair at Spencer Park in 63. So we had a year to kind of get a plan as far as how we were going to lay it out and put the streets in and all that and so forth. So we went. Some of the founding fathers, I call them, the guys that kind of orchestrated this whole thing, visited different fairs and stuff around the area to see how they're laid out and so forth. And we found a fair in Indiana we really liked, and so we took that layout and made it ours at our fair with the barns on one side, the carnival on the other, the grandstand down the middle, with the main streets going down the middle from the main gate. And so it's a nice, easy layout, and so forth. And it's worked really well for us. So anyways, we ran the fair. This is our 60th year at that location because we purchased it in 63, and now this is 2023. So we're kind of celebrating that purchase this year as far as the 60th year of that. And we now have 183 acres from the 84 original acres. We've grown to 183 acres. And we have all kinds. We have a quarter-mile track. We have a grandstand with a roof. We have horse barns, cattle barns, 3 commercial exhibit halls, home ec exhibit hall. These are all like 60 by 120 buildings. Goat barns, campgrounds, entertainment pavilion, a nice big stage and stuff across from the grandstand. And that kind of thing. It's an amazing venue. From April 1st through November 1st, we have events almost every weekend. Sometimes we have 4 or 5 events going on at the fairgrounds on a weekend. We have swap meets and dog shows. We had a 10-day dog show
Wow. Wow.
A lot of people. Yeah, it was like 10 different kennels from Northern Illinois joined together and put on this big dog show over the course of time. That was just a few weeks ago. And we have, we have draft horse shows and swap meets, like I said, flea markets, that type of thing. Throughout the year. So, but yeah, the fair is the big deal for us.
Does the fair have a theme this year?
Well, my theme this year kind of like so much to see, so much to do, too much fun. So it's too much fun.
Okay.
At the boone-county fair. Yeah.
All right. And then one of the things that always comes up with a fair like this that people always want to know, what is the parking like?
Oh, the parking, that's one thing too. We have, with the 183 acres, we have plenty of parking. We have 5 different entrances around the fairgrounds, and we have a roadway in the parking lot that goes all the way around the fairgrounds. So you can actually go around the fairgrounds just through the parking lot. So we have parking in the back, we have parking on the side, we have parking in the front. And so parking is really good. I mean, it's free. And like I said, we have different gates, so you can, if the main gate's full, well, there's gate 2, there's gate 3, there's gate 4, there's gate 5, and so forth. So we have several gates that you can pick from.
So what's your attendance? Was it last year? Do you know?
Yeah, it was like, the last 5 years, the last 5 fairs, because we didn't have a fair in 2020, but 2017, 18, 19, 21, and 22, we've averaged 213,000 people a year. We're the largest attended county fair in the state of Illinois. Yeah,
that's cool.
We've grown to 1957 at Spencer Park. We were the smallest county fair in Illinois, attendance-wise, and now we're the largest 60 years later, which is great. I mean, it's all we're a 501c3 nonprofit association. We're all Grange members. We belong to the Grange. We do other community service projects and stuff, but this is our big project, of course. And plus, it does involve the entire community. The other organizations are involved helping us do this. There's church groups that help pick up the trash, and of course, we pay them and stuff, so they make money. And other groups they sell, like the Cosmopolitans sell sweet corn. The firemen sell donuts, which are famous for. The Lions Club sells pork chop sandwiches, and the Grange has a food stand ourselves. We have dinners and breakfasts and so forth. And then the 4-H has a big food stand for the 4-H and stuff. And then like the Snowmobile Club helps with parking in the parking lot. We just have a lot of different community. It's a big community effort, this fair. I mean, we have an appreciation dinner in September, and we have 1,000 people show up as different volunteers from all the different departments and so forth come to our appreciation dinner. Because we like to, thank all the volunteers and stuff.
Okay. So if I was a handicapped person, which lot should I go into? And I'm taking it you have help for handicapped
we have
people?
handicap parking. Yeah, we have a lot of handicap parking right up front. We just put the banners up Monday for that and so forth. But yeah, either gate 1, gate 2, there's handicap parking at all the gates. So you can get. So if you can't find it at one gate, you can probably find it somewhere else. So.
Well, it sounds like this is a really big fair. So one of the questions that I would ask as a senior is, if I'm coming in here, do I get a map when I come in?
Yes. Yep. That's one of my jobs is I put together the 2003 schedule of events and map. I have it right here at my desk.
Good.
It's got all the information you need to know. It's got the entire schedule. And it has the entertainment pavilion schedule. Then we have all these different sideshow acts like the Rhinestone Roper and the Pork Chop Review and the Cincinnati Circus and Mr. D's Amazing Magic. And they do like 3 or 4 shows every afternoon, these different entertainment things. That's all free. And we have a whole list of other attractions too. It's free. But all the times are in this booklet, and the times for all the entertainment like there's different bands and stuff in the entertainment pavilion. And then the complete schedule, which includes all the animal judging and all the horse judging and all that kind of stuff. We have like 100 draft horses in our draft horse exhibit and stuff. And on the back is the map, and it's all indexed so you can hopefully easily get around and figure out where you're going. Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Because a lot of fairs, they don't have that, and that's one of the reasons I asked.
I started doing this, I don't know, probably about 10 years ago. because I figured we needed something. Yeah, we needed something. So
Yeah.
I print up the 12,000 of these, and I stack them at the gates. I have a little, like a newsstand thing. I put it by the gate there, so when they walk in, they see it. You know, it says, you know, nice big sign that says "Take a free schedule and map" and stuff. And people love it. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very,
Okay.
you know, it's 4 pages and like a tabloid size newspaper.
So if I was coming in here with, say, kids under 12, where should I go first?
Well, kids under 12, Wednesday and Thursday is Kids Days at 10 a.m. at the Gazebo Park, which is right inside the main gate. We have kids games sponsored by Midland States Bank, and there's sack races, egg toss, bubble gum blowing, watermelon eating, that kind of thing. And there's trophies, and they get little cash prizes like $1 or 50 cents or something like that for the top 3 winners. And then everybody gets a ribbon, and the winner gets a trophy too for each of the events. And there's 2 age groups, like 9 and under, and then or 8 and under, and then 9 to 12. So that's Kids Day. And then right there by the Gazebo Park is the 4-H Wee Farm, which is a little farm animal petting zoo with different goats and farm animals and stuff, a lot of baby animals, and so forth. And then Mr. D's Magic Show is right there. He works out of this old 1930s pickup truck type thing, like I don't know, like a circus truck almost. He has it all decorated and so forth, and he works out of that. He does a great magic show with the kids, and it's kind of in the shade there, and we have a lot of benches and the gazebo and stuff, so it's a perfect spot for him. That's right there too. And then the rides are discounted Wednesday and Thursday afternoon from noon to 5. They're like half price for the rides. They're individually priced. We don't have wristbands, unfortunately, but that's just how we operate. But that's Wednesday and Thursday for kids. But yeah, otherwise, you know, the kids love the games. I mean, and also the animals. I mean, we have 25 head of livestock. Everything from draft horses, like I said, to rabbits, to goats, to swine, cattle, ponies. We have a lot of ponies, a lot of goats, chicken. The poultry's back this year. After last year, they wouldn't let us have the poultry show because of the avian flu, but now they're back this year and stuff. So yeah, 25 head of livestock, and then in the exhibit hall, the home arts and egg and art exhibits and so forth that people do to try to win a blue ribbon, photography, flowers, all that kind of stuff. Quilts.
Hey, Tom.
Yes.
What about you're going on, and I'm thinking, oh, great, there's always a whole bunch of stuff to see, but one of the things that come up with kids and seniors are restrooms. How are you doing for that, and where are they?
Oh, okay. Well, that was the first building we built, was some permanent restrooms. We have restrooms right down the middle. You come in the main gate, and it's about halfway to the grandstand, right by the Grange food stand. And then there's also a set down by the grandstand itself. And then there's a set back in the back by the pony barns. There's a set back there, too, and those are permanent restrooms. And then right after the fair, we're going to build a new set, a 40 by 60 restroom thing with showers and everything. That'll be on the other side of the barns where the antique tractors are now, which would be a nice. So we'll have 4 pretty strategically located restrooms after next year. But yeah, so we have porta potties around by the grandstand and so forth, and that type of thing spread out.
Okay.
To the ground
so
and we have ATMs. Yeah.
What about slow down. What about fair? Slow down. What about fair food? If I'm hungry, if I come in the gate, what do you got there?
Well, right inside the gate is the Boy Scout baked potatoes, where you can get a nice loaded baked potato. People just love that. Then right there too is the Merry Milkmaids ice cream, and those are a bunch of dairy farmer wives that have been out there. I just found out that this is their 50th year being at the boone-county-fair, and they have the Boy Scouts has a permanent building, and the Merry Milkmaids has a permanent building, and they're right between the commercial buildings too. So it's kind of a nice a pavilion or open area. It's kind of an open area there when you come in the main gate, and there's food and commercial buildings and so forth. But then most of the food is down towards the grandstand. Well, actually, it's all spread out as you go down the main. There's 3 main streets that go down towards the grandstand, and each one has food and other kinds of vendors and so forth on it and stuff. And the Grange food stands there on the right, like I said, about halfway down, and then the 4-H food stand is right there by the grandstand. And then right there is the Cosmos and the Firemen and the Lions Club and Boy Scouts, another Boy Scout troop. And they all have permanent buildings along there by the grandstand, and it's all there. But all kinds of food. I just found out we have a Japanese vendor with some kind of Japanese cuisine. Plus, another guy has egg rolls, which I don't think we've had before. So we got some more exotic stuff. But yeah, we have we got pork chop on a stick. The deep fried Snickers, whatever.
So what's your favorite fair food?
Oh gosh, well the donuts, you gotta have a Fireman's Donuts first thing in the morning once, the Grange breakfast is really nice. I mean, you go out there early. We start serving at 6 to about 10:30 in the breakfast. It's just nice. People can stop by like on their way to work. They don't have to pay to get in, and they can have breakfast and then go to work, which is a nice thing for people. But it's just you can get go ahead.
Speaking about paying to get in, when they pay to get in, does that include the carnival or the entertainment?
No, it's just to pay to get in. That includes all the free entertainment and attractions, like the entertainment pavilion. That's all free. The bands and so forth, like I mentioned, the Rhinestone Roper and the Pork Chop Review and the Cincinnati Circus, and there's all kinds of the antique tractor display. There's a lot of things to see and do and participate in that is kind of included because we pay for all that stuff to be there, and it's all you don't have to. But yeah, the shows, the grandstand shows are separate prices, but there are some free shows in the grandstand too. Like there's harness racing, there's ATV racing, there's antique tractor pull on Saturday. That type of thing that goes on with the free shows. And the Queen pageant on Tuesday is free, which is our pageant director does a great job, and the girls put on a great show, and it's emceed by one of the local radio station hosts. He does a great job and stuff. So, and then, there's Antique Tractor Parade, that type of thing. And we also have like a one-room schoolhouse that we brought up here from the south part of the county in 1976 as part of a bicentennial project, and we've got that restored and so forth, and so you can go in there and visit what it was like to go to school in the 1930s in Boone County. And that type of thing. Yeah.
All right. So tell me about your carnival. Where's the carnival at? When's it open?
Okay, Skinner's Amusements. They're out of Crystal Lake, Illinois, which is not far from Belvedere. They've been coming out here since the mid-'70s. They're a local family. We've known the Skinners since the 70s. We had them come out and they have a great carnival. It's well kept. They purchase new rides every so often and that type of thing to keep it going. And now the kids are taking over, and they do a really nice job. And the tickets, you can get tickets. They have ticket booths in the carnival, and it's $1 per ticket. And the rides vary in price. Like the smaller rides might be 2 or 3 tickets, and then the bigger rides are 4 or 5 tickets. So depending. And then on Wednesday and Thursday afternoon, and they reduce the number of tickets needed for the rides and so forth for the kids. But that's how that works. Yeah. And the carnival's right, main gate and to your left. You can't miss it. I mean, yeah.
Okay. All right. What about, evening entertainment?
Okay. Well, like Tracy Bird is on Saturday night, and Feuding Hillbillies opens for him at 6:45, and then Tracy comes on about 8:00, and that's like $25 for a reserved grandstand seat, and there's track seats as well. So we have like a 4,000 seat venue for the concert. So he's a pretty popular artist from the 1990s, I guess, and so forth. He did Watermelon Crawl and 10 Rounds with Jose Cuervo, were 2 of his hits. And so that's always a good show. Last year we had Neil McCoy and Jody Messina. They did a great show. They were wonderful. You can't beat it for $25. You can't find better entertainment. But then we have the Queen pageant, like I said, on Tuesday. Wednesday we have this diesel and gas pickup hot rod shootout thing on Tuesday night, which is kind of exciting. It's a kind of a truck pull. They're pulling weight and stuff. And then Thursday is tractor pulls all day. It's starting out the farm tractors and stuff and working their way up to the hot rods and the mini rods and the semis and all kinds of stuff pulling stuff. And it's quite the show at night. This evening show starts at 6:30, and that's when all the really loud engines come out. And then Friday is bull riding, which is very popular. And this is a sanctioned bull riding competition with bull riders from around the country that come out and compete for points so they can earn points over the course of the year.
I've interviewed some of them.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they're great. Yeah. And that's run by a local guy in Boone County. And then of course, Saturday night, Tracy Burton, and the two demo derbies on Sunday, one at 1 o'clock and one at 6 o'clock. And that kind of wraps up the grandstand. And then there's all kinds of evening entertainment, like at the Pavilion. We have ranch sorting, too, which is kind of a different thing on Tuesday night at the Pony Arena. And that's where I don't know if you've ever heard of that, but it's where they have cattle with numbers in one pen, and they have numbers on them, different number, like 1 through 10 or whatever. And there's two riders on horseback, and the guy pulls a number and says 5. Well, they have to get 5 out of that group and into the pen across the way and separate them out. One, and then go 5, then go number 6, go number 7. If they get any out of order, they're disqualified. And it's a race against time too. So that's kind of an interesting thing to watch. It's kind of like a little rodeo almost.
Okay.
Yeah, it's something different. We have like the local bands at the Detour Band. Matthew Woodrow Band. Dale Rodian, the Crossroads and Missing Links, and that type of thing. And we have a lip sync contest, and we have father-daughter lookalike, my mother-daughter lookalike, not father-daughter, father-son lookalike, and a mother-daughter lookalike contest. And we have a big talent contest on Saturday, and it's for people under 21. There's 2 age groups there, and we have a junior division and a senior division, and it goes up to age 21. And the winners of that get to represent Boone County at the State County Fair Convention in Springfield in January, which is kind of cool. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So there's a lot going on at this fair, and I would imagine it gets bigger and bigger all the time. So what comes into the fairgrounds after the fair? There's probably some events coming in. I don't have a list offhand here, but it's like I know the big event in the fall is Fall Diddley. It's for the McHenry County Mental Health Foundation or whatever, and they have like 7 huge tents full of crafters, and it's like in October, like the second week of October, just in time for like the holiday season. Is this stuff on the web? Is the stuff upcoming on your website? Yeah. Right. Yep. There's a list of all the weekend events and so forth on the website. So just go to our website, boone-county-fair.com. You can go on your phone or on your PC and look us up. Because even the schedule that I have in my hand, you can print. It's on the homepage. You can see it there, and you can either just look at it or you can actually print it on your printer. So you can print it out there and don't have to wait till you get to the fair to get one. In case I run out or something. But you can see it there. You can take a look at it and so forth. Okay. Yeah. Well, it sounds like there's an awful lot going on at this fair, and it sounds like you're going to have everybody's going to have a really good time, and we've pretty much covered everything. If they listen to the podcast, they know now where to park, and they know to pick up your information when they come in the gate, and that'll make things much easier. Well, much easier, yes. Okay, well, I've enjoyed talking. Yes, and I've enjoyed talking to you, and we'll get this up, and hopefully it will help a lot of people. Okay, thank you, my dear. Cool. Okay, good, very good. Have a good day. All right, you too. Bye bye.